Good evening, students. Now, here we shall continue with what we have done in the last lecture about the properties of complex numbers. And remember, in the properties of complex numbers, in the last class, we had stopped where it was multiplication of complex numbers. Multiplications of complex numbers. Now, if z1 is equals to a plus ib and z2 is equals to c plus id are any two complex numbers, then z1 into z2 will be equal to, now just I have to multiply these two complex numbers, that is a plus ib into c plus id. So that will give you a into c plus I into AD plus I into BC plus I square into BD. Now that will give you AC plus AID, IAD plus IBC minus BD. This is minus BD because the value of I is root of minus 1. So I square will be root of minus 1 the bracket square, which is minus 1. So this becomes minus PD. Now I will collect the terms containing the real numbers to one side and then the terms containing I. So it is I is common here, so it is AD plus BC. So this will give you AC minus BD plus I into AD plus BC. This is how you multiply any two complex numbers. Now about the division of complex numbers. Division of two complex numbers. Division of two complex numbers. Now here if z1 and z2 are any two complex numbers, say z1 is a plus id and z2 is c plus id, right? Then z1 divided by z2 is found out by z1 multiplying with 1 divided by z2. So this, the one complex number which is there in the denominator is rationalized, and then we will be bringing it in the form of a plus ib. So when I take the problems based on that, in that case I will be dealing with it. Now there are some of the laws which addition of complex number and multiplication of complex numbers hold good, right? So the properties, they are some of the properties of addition of any two complex numbers. They are some of the laws which it holds. They are some of the laws which it holds. The first law is the addition and multiplication, they obey the closure law. Now what do you mean by this closure law? What do you mean by this closure law? In closure law, if z1 and z2 are any two complex numbers, and when you add or multiply any two complex number, again if you get a complex number, then you say that the closure law is satisfied. So I repeat this once again. By the closure law we mean if you operate any two complex number, if you get the same other complex number only, then you say that it is holds good. So the closure law is z1 plus z2 is again a complex number, and z1 into z2 is again a complex number, right? Then z1 divided by z2 or z1 minus z2, we will be getting again a complex number. So all these four operations, in all these four operations, remember the closure law is satisfied. In all these four operations the closure law will be satisfied. Then the next one is the associative law. Remember, in case of associative law, only the operations plus and multiplication hold good. Only the plus and multiplication, that is only if you add and when you multiply. This associative law will not hold good if it is subtraction and division. So associative law for addition is, here in case of associative law we are concerned with three complex numbers, that is z1, z2 and z3. Let me consider z1, z2 and z3 to be any three complex numbers. Then remember, z1 plus z2 plus z3 will be equal to z1 plus z2 plus z3. This will hold good. Now while solving the examples, we will be seeing all these properties, that is z1 plus z2 plus z3 will be equal to z1 plus z2 plus z3. Then z1 plus z2 plus z3, here also it will hold good, that z1 plus z2 plus z3. In case of multiplication, we shall see now. In case of multiplication, z1 into z2 z3 will be equal to z1 into z2 into z3. So here the associative law for complex numbers, for multiplication as well as for division, they hold good. And also in case of commutative law, we shall see the commutative law now. Third one is about the commutative law. The commutative law says, commutative law. The commutative law, if z1 and z2 are any two complex numbers, then z1 plus z2 will be equal to z2 plus z1. Similarly, z1, now what about the commutative law for multiplication? Here also it holds good. The commutative law for multiplication also holds good, that is z1 into z2 will be equal to z2 into z1. So here the commutative law holds good. Remember, in case of laws, the closure law is holding good for all the four types of operations. The associative law holds good for addition as well as multiplication, and the commutative law holds good for addition and multiplication but not subtraction and division. The commutative law does not hold good for subtraction and division. Now there is one more. There are other two laws, that is known as the existence of additive identity as well as multiplicative identity, and the existence of multiplicative inverse and additive inverse. Now in that case we will be taking up in the next part how to find what is the additive identity, the multiplicative identity, the additive inverse and multiplicative inverse. So in the next class we will be looking at those. Now in the next class only we will be seeing what are those, and we shall be proceeding with the modulus and conjugate of a complex number. Thank you.